Hey everyone, Jonathan here with Blogging Your Passion. Today I want to talk to you about how to become a market leader in your niche on just 20 minutes a day. It's important that you have a consistent message and a consistent presence out there to begin to get a following or a tribe that is following you in your niche. There are some great systems out there, and if you put them all together, it can really be an amazing, simple, easy to use, time-saving system that you can use to constantly put your voice out there and your message out there. And so there's a few items that you need. First of all, one aspect I'm not going to cover in this video is how to open up a Twitter account and a Facebook fan page. So all of the system that I'm about to share with you today already presupposes that you have a Twitter account and a Facebook fan page. But besides that, what you're going to need is you're going to need a Google Reader account, an Evernote account, and an account with Buffer app, bufferapp.com. And as you can see, I've already added my Twitter account and my Facebook fan page linked up through the Buffer app. Alright, so the second step, and there's two steps in this whole process. Let me just back up for a moment. First step is setting up the whole system. So I'm about to show that to you. Once you set it up, you only set it up once. The executing part, which is step 2, executing the plan, really only takes you 10 to 20 minutes a day, and it's something that you can do on a regular basis and constantly put your message out there. So step 1 is getting everything set up. So what you want to do is you want to sync up your Evernote account and your Buffer app. One simple way to do that is if you have Google or even Firefox, but I use the Google Chrome, you can get the extension up here in the top right hand corner of the video for Evernote and for Buffer app. You can also add it into your directly into your Google Reader if you want to as well. But the simple way is just to add the two extensions here inside of Google Chrome. Okay, so the next step is going to be to organize your Google Reader. And so I like to organize mine in folders. And as you know, I have a career coach blog, so I have one here just for job search blogs. So if I click on that, I've got lots and lots of great ideas and content from some of the best minds out there about career and job search. So here's how you can set it up for yourself. What you need to do, especially if you're just starting out, is you can use a website. It is www.invesp.com/blog-rank. Now, this is only one way. There's lots of ways that you can discover blogs, but here, for me, this is a quick and easy way to add a bunch of blogs into my RSS reader. What you can do is come over here to enter keyword, and I'm going to type in careers. Then it's going to ask you to select type. This is important. Make sure you select categories, and then click go. So put in your niche. And there is one for careers. And so now it's going to list for me by rank the top 50 career blogs. If I scroll down, it lists the top career blogs by RSS membership. So choose whichever way and direction that you'd like. And so the idea here is for you to just quickly add a bunch of these into your Google Reader account. Some of these I already have, so I'm going to skip over a few. But like if I wanted this one, what I would do is come over to the RSS icon, right click, and I can click on copy link address. Then come back to my Google Reader, click on the big subscribe button, right click again and hit paste. And then now that I've hit add, it's going to add this right in to the bottom. Let me move this down here for you to see this. So now it's right down here. And what I can do from here is I can actually drag that into whatever folder I want. So I want it to be in my job search blogs folder. So now here it is right inside. So then I can just quickly come back over here and do the same thing on the next one. Right click, copy link location, back to my Google Reader, subscribe, right click, paste. And as you can see, within 15-20 minutes I could have 50 of the top blogs in my niche that I am keeping a pulse on. Because it's really, a market leader is all about becoming an industry insider. You have that commercial awareness of what's going on in your niche, and you're constantly seeing what the latest trends are, what people are talking about, and it's filling your mind up not only to become a resource for your audience, but it's also filling up your mind for blog post ideas, content ideas, product ideas. So to constantly expose yourself and to become an expert in your niche, you want to be reading and doing that in an efficient manner. Okay, so let's say you're just getting this set up and you don't have any folders set up. What you can do is you can actually create your own folder. What I can do is just take one of these that I've added, click on this little down arrow, if you can see that, and then if I scroll down, it says new folder. I can name this whatever I want. And so now I've got a folder to keep everything nicely organized. It's going to throw that in there. And there is my new folder with that inside. So one last tip before I move on to executing the plan is for you to add a folder for your own blog. Grab your own RSS feed and place your own blog or blogs right into your own folder. And I'm going to show you how to do that, why that's important in just a second. Okay, so that step should take you a few minutes depending on what accounts you have and setting it all up. But now typically what I'll do is in the morning and especially in the evening, I'll take 10 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes depending on the time that I have. And I am going to constantly be exposing myself to content in my niche. So let's say I want to focus on this job search area. I will come in here and I'll just kind of look through this content, and I'll do a couple of things. First of all, if I see something that catches my attention, I'll click on it, I'll read it, or if it doesn't have the full article inside, I'll click on it and go take a look and read it, and I'll just kind of see what captures my attention. As you can see, this one right here, 11 things job seekers should know for 2012, that caught my attention. So I read the article, I thought the article was good, and so what I simply do is I just place a star. And then I just move on. And I just keep looking down through here. Here's one about resume makeover. So I say, I like that, or I go and I read the full post, and I'm just going to click on the star. So the first step in the process for me is just to kind of go through and star things that I like. And I'll also do this on my iPad. I've got an app that I like to use, and at night I'll just star things, and that's the only step that I take at that moment. It's just kind of going through here and seeing what, if anything, captures my attention. Here's another one on tips for passive job seekers. So I'll either read the full post or I'll just go ahead and star it. Okay, so that's kind of the initial step that I'll take. Now, the next step I like to do is kind of focus on just the starred items. So once I've got my starred items, and I'm working in a couple different niches, so right now I'm focused on just looking at those that are related to job searching. So let's say this tips for job seekers, I really like that one. I think this could be great to share. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, let me move this back up. I'm going to click on the Buffer app. And then I'm going to add a comment. Okay, so one of the best things you can do to be a market leader is to share great content that's not yours with other people. It builds your reputation. It, it causes you, even though you might think, well, why am I forcing people to go check out other blogs? And isn't that going to deter people away from seeing me as the expert? The truth is it does not. In fact, one of the best things that you can develop as far as a mindset goes about blogging is to have an abundance mindset. You need to be sharing, linking out, sharing great content with other people, because if they're hearing it from you first, people will come back to you because you're the one that's sharing this advice. So it's important that you understand that. And then what I do is you can choose if you want it to go both to your Facebook fan page, Twitter, or one or the other. And then what I'll do, and the other thing I usually do is I will add the Twitter name of the person who wrote the content, which I'm not going to take time for sake of time in this video, because it will expose you to the other bloggers. They know when they're being mentioned. They love to read their mentions in Twitter and know that they're being mentioned, and it'll even send an email to the person as well. So you can begin to get on the radar of other people, which can create opportunity for you down the road as far as guest posting is concerned. So once I've kind of got that in there, I'll just click Add to Buffer, and it's added into my Buffer account. Now I'm not going to go into detail, but you can add in, on the free version, you can add in up to 10 of these at once, and it sends it out at optimal times throughout the day. Last step, and I'll be through with this lengthy video, is if I am looking through something and I think, you know what, this is something that I need to cover on a future blog post. In other words, you're getting blog post ideas. Then what I like to do is say this one here, when should you bring up money? And this is talking about bringing up money in a job search. Should you be brought up first? Should it be brought up toward the end of your job search? And so I say, I'd really love to give my own opinion and perspective on this. Now keep in mind, this is not sharing or copying content. I'm not highlighting this text and making it my own article. I'm using my own ideas and experiences and opinions. But what I like to do is just click on the Evernote, and I can add my own comment, new blog post idea. And then it's going to throw it into my inbox that I've created on Evernote that can remind me later that I want to write a blog post about this topic at some point. And so basically in 20 minutes a day, what I've done is I have filled up my Facebook fan page. I have filled up great content either for myself or for others as far as their content or my content. And by the way, I wanted to show that to you real quick. So if you go to your own blog, so here's my blog, this is where I can do the exact same thing. I can use Buffer app. I can add a comment or not and add it, and this is going to drive traffic to my own blog just by doing that. So you can mix in other people's content as well as your own quickly and easily. But by doing that, you're becoming a market leader, and as you can see, if you see how the system works, it's easy, it's simple. Once you have set everything up, you can begin to easily get your message out there on a regular basis on Twitter and on Facebook, where people are hanging out and they're reading and they're seeing your content and they're seeing your advice, sharing great content that's from other people, and you're becoming a market leader. And you can do that simply in just 10 to 20 minutes a day. I hope that's helpful to you. I hope it provides a lot of value to you, and I trust that you'll take action on this.